Y'all can't hear this shit right now, but okay. Okay. Let's start it up, man. Let's start it up from right here. Joyner Lucas. Not now. I'm busy. Hold on. Not now. I'm busy. Let's get into this album review, man. Joyner Lucas. Thing about Joyner Lucas is I think he has the talent to be in these conversations with the J. Coles and whatnot, in this conversation with the K. Dots and whatnot, in this conversation definitely with the Drakes and whatnot. As we know, he's not as popular, but what I will tell you when it comes to talent, when it comes to putting that ink on the paper, Joyner Lucas is one of them. He's one of them. He is one of them. Let's get into it. Not now, I'm busy. Starts off. Put me on. You can tell by listening to this album, Joyner feels like he should be further than he is right now. In which he's already accomplished, an accomplished artist, ADHD. He's an accomplished artist already, but there's a next step that I feel Joyner Lucas has. You know, I don't feel like he's reached his plateau. Musically, creativity, as an artist, I feel like he's at a peak. He's almost at a peak. I feel like he can do this consistently. So who knows where it will go. But first song, Put Me On. Dope song. It gets your head moving. It gets your head rocking when you listening to this shit. It gets you going and get you into that flow of how he spits. I think this is the one when he first came on, he was spitting and then he took a long pause after about 12 or 16 bars. And then he completely switched the flow up, went on a completely different flow, but he kept the same rhyme pattern. Put me on. And the thing about it is to keep that same rhyme pattern is definitely hard as an artist. I know to keep that same rhyme pattern going, it's a hard thing to do. And you hear, what the song is called, that's what the rhyme pattern is based around. And you'll hear new semblances of that put me on. A minute and something in the song, he says something like something about niggas rapping trash. They see these just something to roll weed on. Like he comes up with these it's a continuous rhyme pattern that keeps going and going and going and going. So what he's doing is basically showing his creativity when it comes up to new words. He never, from my memory, he didn't ever repeat in his verse, because there is a hook on this song. You might miss it if you're not listening, but there's a hook on this song. But in the verse parts of this song, I don't think he repeated the same rhyme 2 times, which is something that I do take note of. So number one, dope track. Number two, I'm ill. I wasn't really feeling this one. I think the beat, when it comes to putting pop culture, when it comes to adding pop culture, a popular sample like this song has on it, the hook part of it, just the I'm ill, it's kind of remnants of Lil Wayne. I'm ill, the track Lil Wayne did, but it just, to me personally, the track number two, I'm ill, the sample didn't really, like, the production and the sample on it just wasn't for me, just wasn't my taste of things. And I'm just being honest, which I'm gonna do throughout this. I felt like some of the rhyme patterns on I'm ill, it can get a bit repetitive. I'm the type, I like a very sporadic rhyme cadence. There's two different kinds of rappers. There's the kind of rappers who will find a rhyme and a cadence and stick with it through their whole verse, and there's other kind who will just sporadically jump around however the way the wind blows. And I kind of like the latter better. That's just my taste, though. That's just my taste. So I'm not gonna take that away from him. It's definitely, all of this is pristine quality, pristine engineering, pristine production. The next song, Joyner Lucas, Waiting on This. And this one, it got the horns that remind you, those classic horns that remind you of, you've heard these horns before. Like, this song is produced and it sounds like I've heard it before, but I've never heard it before. But it sounds like I've heard it before, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just like, I wish the production would have been a little more original on this song. But he's definitely spitting. That's one thing about him. It's never a moment in which he's not spitting. Like, he is a certified spitter, so I don't want any of my critique to take away from that. The next one, Broski, I would say it's my second to my favorite song. I would say it's number 2 if I would do a top 5 on this album. I would say Broski's number 2. And it's crazy. My 1 and 2, they switch off like this because Broski, man, this song is fucking mind-blowing. We've heard it, it came out 8 months ago. 7 million views. But when this video dropped, man, this is a powerful song. The video makes it even more powerful. It captures you. It encompasses everything to me, what art is, what music is when you listen to it. It's hard to explain. One thing I will point out about this song, I love the crescendo. I'm a fan of crescendo. If anybody heard Pastor Troy, Vice Versa, that's what I mean crescendo. I mean, it starts off like this. Then later on, 8 bars later, he like this and this and that. Then go 12 bars later, he like, and this and this and that. And by the time but you get to that end of that 16, he like, motherfucker. Like, that's what this song is. It's a constant building block. Every bar kind of moves you up and pushes you toward how the story of the box that he's trying to put you in the mind frame of. So I love this fucking song, man. I cannot say enough how dope this song is. And when you think about concepts as writers, conjuring up these concepts, thinking of these concepts that can magnify people's minds to think about things that they really know is true and that people can relate to when it comes to social interactions with people who you know from when you were younger to when you grow up, and how that can change whenever success gets thrown in at the instance, and these same people start doing different things, and it basically, that's what it does. He's speaking from his point of view. He's speaking from the person's, well, let me say that back. He's speaking from the person's point of view, and it's just refreshing to hear an artist in 2024, or I think this was recorded in 2023, but it's refreshing in 2023, 2024 to hear an artist put that much effort into a concept, into something that cannot be done without talent. That cannot be done without talent. That cannot be done without putting hours and putting pain in that studio. And that's what I really enjoy about this song, Broski. Now, the next song, Fake Promises. This song is fire. Fucking fire. Man, hold up. Because I got it playing in my ear the whole time. I'm just listening to it, just talking my shit. Fake Promises, man. This is the next one, man. Golly, this song is powerful. This song is powerful. The reason why it's so powerful is because it comes from the position of a middle-aged man speaking to a woman and telling a woman what he wants to portray, or what he wishes women would wishes the mindset of. And I fucked all that up. Hold on, let me go back. Now, this track, it's basically breaking down. Let me take this out of my ears, fucking me up. But it's basically breaking down the mindset of a woman from a man's point of view, and for the woman that you're courting, the values that you would like her to hold. Okay, now I'm on track. Now I'm cooking again. You thought I was fucking up, but I'm cooking now. It's the mindset of a woman, and the mindset when you're courting a woman or looking for a woman to be your suitor. These are the traits that this man likes to see. These are the traits he wants to see. And just so happens that what he's talking about, you can tell he's talking about shit from a man's point of view. But from a man's point of view, women, listen to this song. When I hear women do these songs like this, in which it's kind of rare, you know, in today for female rappers to speak like this. And I hate that it's like that, but it just seemed like a lot of the female rappers nowadays, there's the Shade Noirs and the, you know, women who actually do talk some real shit. But this is talking that real shit. And this is my favorite song on the album. Like I said, Broski and Fake Promises. The fact that he put them back to back, I think he knew these two is it. Because these two are it. The next song is called When I Need Love. It's got the classic sample on it. Now, one thing I will point out. When I was listening to this album, I heard a little Jack Harlow. Like Jack Harlow and Joyner Lucas, if they did a duo group together, there would be moments that you couldn't tell who was who. Like, hypothetically, let's just put a beat on track 1, Jack Harlow track 2, Joyner track 3. They record 2 bars Jack Harlow, 2 bars Joyner, 2 bars Jack Harlow, 2 bars Joyner. There would be moments that if you're not a really in tune listener, you would get the two completely confused. Because at times I'm hearing a lot of Jack Harlow. I'm not saying that he's taking Jack Harlow's style. It's just come down to vocal tone. You born with the voice that you got. Now, what I will say when it comes to that is in 2024, what we have is a rhyme pattern that's different from the 90s. This is rap of today. It's a triplet form. It's a triplet format. These bars are constructed and it's in a triplet format. When I listen, I like to hear different things. Maybe because I'm from the old school, but a constant triplet, I'm gonna want to hear something else at times. And that's just me. That's, like I said, that's just my preference. Like, to me, it can get a little robotic if all it is triplet flows. So, but I'm always think that, like I said, that's just my preference. People listen to rap and they don't even think that. This is coming from me, I really dissect actually what's going on with the lyrics. So definitely what I need, love, dope song. So to start this album off, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We on number 6, man. And I've spoken for 15 minutes. That right there will tell you that this is a dope fucking project. You cannot take nothing away from Joyner Lucas on this project. This shit is hot. Let me keep going. Next track we got came out 9 months ago, but it's on the project. Put it out as a single. I don't think no one's seen this coming. Joyner Lucas, an NBA young boy. What I will say, Man, it's cool. It's cool. He he got Young Boy on the song, and I think Young Boy he did okay. He did good. Not just okay. He did good. When it comes to Joyner parts, I think it was okay. The beat, it was okay. Uh, it got that kind of bop to it. You know, like I said, I'm listening to the shit right now. I like, man, let me do my review and actually listen to the songs while I'm doing it. Cause I was actually listening to this all damn day, damn near. Came out when I was asleep, woke up, it was here, and I said, oh, I got a gift today. Thank you, Joyner Lucas, man. Dope project. But yeah, young boy, he did better than it. I will say, I think with Joyner on the song already, young boy knows he can't get on here and do that shit we seen him doing on the interview with that auto tune and freestyling and shit. I think he might have wrote this. I hope he did. If Joyner Lucas, put it like this: if Joyner Lucas sends you a song, put the pen to the pad. Don't freestyle that, young boy. I hope he didn't. If he did, take a while on the punches. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna keep it moving though. The next one, what's that? Dope. Dope. Now we're hearing the same kind of trumpet, and I don't know who made the beats, but this sound seems to be reoccurring on this album with the trumpet, which we heard on. I think it was Waiting on This or I'm Ill. One of those had that sound that we hear. The next one I was so glad to see 3 weeks ago. Conway the Machine. He done went and got Conway. They in the streets of New York. The video's out. You've seen it, you know. So I'm a real big fan of boom bap, and I like when Joyner gets on these type of songs because I think it breaks up the monotony of the triplet flow that he often uses when he gets on the more southern beats with the 808s and the snares and all that. When he gets on songs like this, you just hear him rapping, and it's refreshing to hear that in 2024. For me, it's refreshing to hear boom bap in 2024 because that means you actually do value the tradition of hip hop and the hip hop traditionalist like myself, man. So definitely salute for putting that on there. As we have it so far, when you come to topics, he's stretching out the gamut. And actually, I don't know if this is the actual order. I think it should be because this is on his YouTube channel. So let me go on though. Joyner Lucas featuring Jelly Roll, and this was recorded. I mean, this was uploaded 3 days before the album was released. I think it was a cool song. I think it was really dope. I wish the production was a little bit different. I feel like whenever you do songs like this, and he's talking about addiction, I haven't heard Jelly Roll in forever. So it was kind of refreshing to see Jelly Roll on this feature, and it's refreshing to hear this topic be talked about. Because the topic, he's talking about addiction, the concept of addiction and how it changes people and things of the such, you know, very powerful concept. I feel like the production, I wish it was, I feel like when people do songs like this, like they feel like they have to choose a type of beat. And this just sounds like the type of beat that would go with something like that concept. So I applaud him for getting a production that does sound like it goes. But at the same time, I wish there was something. At times, I like to hear a cool little bop with the message. Just because it's a message, it doesn't have to be a production that's boom bap or something that sounds sad or something that sounds conscious or, you know. So I'm gonna just get off of that. But dope song, very dope. Joyner Lucas featuring Simba. Okay. Yeah, I definitely fuck with Simba, and it's got a it got a DMX verse on it. How did he pull this rabbit out the hat? I do not know, but this song is great. This song is greatness. I did like it. It was a little bit the contrast from hearing Joyner flow to DMX flow. It was a little offsetting at first, but the second, I think the more I listen to it, the more I will take a liking to this song, cause it's actually dope. The beat is fire. I like the guitar in it. Not the guitar, the piano. I mean, and I like how the bass has the same harmony as the piano, and it's got this smooth little. It sounds like a 50 sample or something that's in it. Yeah. Okay, my bad. Let me stop. That song is dope, man. That's actually the first song I heard from this project that wasn't a video. Someone sent it in a group chat. I didn't even know this album was coming out. It was like a Christmas present. And I opened the package and said, where is the Wikipedia? I'm old school. I like to open a CD up and look inside of the book and read the credits and shit and read all that shit. So came home from work, put this shit on, put my headphones on, popped up the Wikipedia, and that's how I do, man. I'm a real digester of music, all kinds. I love it. I love it. I love it. Next song, Three Little Pigs. The Boom Pat once again. We rocking with it. We rocking with it. Real shit, man. That's the thing. His substance, it's the substance for me. I don't just like people talking about anything. I think for me, what do it for me when it comes to Joyner Lucas, it's not really his flow, his voice, his cadence. It's the words he put down on that paper. He putting in pain on this album, man. Ooh. Yeah, y'all can't hear. I ain't trying to get the copyright shit. Y'all can't hear, but yeah. The next song, 24 Hours to Live. Very, very typical to me. It's to me, I hear the beat, and I think the beat to me is mediocre. His flow, and this is what I mean, 24 Hours to Live is, to me, what I mean when I say Joyner Lucas flow. Like, he gets into this bag where I could hear this song, and if you didn't tell me it was Joyner Lucas, I would think it was any new up-and-coming rapper of today. And that's what I mean for Joyner Lucas. It's not the flow for me. It's the words that are said. So if I'm not feeling or can't relate specifically to the words he's saying, then it's just gonna sound like a like in J. Cole. I get the same thing from J. Cole sometimes. Like if it's like a random bar song or something from J. Cole, I typically do not like. I like the concepts. I like the deep thoughts and shit. That's just my perspective. The random bars, all I hear is like the triplet flow has it's been saturated to an extent. I think I don't know. That's just like I said, man. It's all my perception. But what I will say, he definitely when it comes to the fast spitters, because he has a pace about himself where he's not gonna keep it triplet through the whole song. He gets into another bag and goes up to another gear a lot of the times through this project. He takes it from the normal triplet and then he goes back into like a double time flow where it's not a triplet flow. It goes back into double time. I'm not gonna explain the technicalities of what that means, but it's a different flow, which I do appreciate. Still all right. Trying to think. Hold on. It's cool. Yeah, I remember this. Okay. I'm trying to think. What's still all right? But yeah, definitely. One thing you can't take from this man is the ability to pin something down that makes you think, that makes you relate. You know, so I give him that, man. Still all right. It's cool. 17. This was the single. Got the video for it. It's good to see people have fun, man. He's having fun. The just the sound of the sound of it. It's a fun. It's got this shit like that shit is fun, man. You wake up in the morning and crank that shit on. Okay, I'm ready for a new day out this motherfucker, man. Hold up. Like, it's one of them type of thing. Oh, how much do you love me? Good Lord. Good Lord. If the ladies, that's the thing, man. If the ladies don't like this album, he takes you on a roller coaster ride through this album with the vibes. I wish there was a couple different sounds on here. He kind of went to the southern to boom bap, and that's kind of where it stayed. I wish there was a couple other sounds. This motherfucker hard. I remember this. Yeah. This shit, man. Hey, if you really love somebody, if you really love somebody, this how much do you love me? He love this woman more than anything. And guess what? On this song, he gonna tell you every single thing he loved this woman more than. And that's the concept. I like it. I like it. This is the one song I said there would be no, let me not say there will be no Joyner without Eminem. Let me just say I could tell the influence is there. In the vocal inflection, if you listen to Guilty Conscious, and if you listen to Eminem in that era around Guilty Conscious, and you listen to this Joyner Lucas song, you can tell the influence is there. There's nothing wrong with that. But that flow is dope. It's a very charismatic. He adds certain inflections on words, and it just rocks out smooth, man. It just rocks out smooth, man. The last song, if I remember, it was something different. Let me see. Excuse me. Remember, it's a long skit. Okay, it's like a spoken word. It's like an outro type song. But yeah, man. My last album review was on Schoolboy Q. I did Schoolboy Q Blue Lips, and as you see, it's almost 30 minutes long. And I think I had to really fully break this down because this album is a dope album. It is a dope album. January, February, we're here in March. So guess what? Album of the year thus far in 2024, this is a nominee. You thought I was gonna say this album of the year. It's only 3 months, people. We can't do that yet. But this will be a nominee. And the real ones that was here, y'all remember when Killer Mike dropped his album. What me and Boss said, what Crucial said. Yeah, man. We're going to see at the end of the year. We're going to see at the end of the year what other music comes out. This Friday, a classic was dropped, man. Can we call it an instant classic yet? Can we do that? I think so, man. I think it's going to be an instant classic. That's just my point of view. YJ, I'm out. Album reviews. For sure, man. Joyner Lucas, Not now, I'm busy. I'm out. 30 on the dot, man. I've been running this mouth, boy.